Hey everybody, Dark Skeleton here, and today we have a couple more cards to review from the Whispers of the Old Gods set. And this one particularly on screen, the Giant Sandworm, is one that I'm particularly fond of. It may be my favorite card to date with this set. I know, not saying a ton, since there's only been like, what, 9 cards now? But I am pretty excited to play with Giant Sandworm. So this is a 8 mana 8/8 beast, which is about what you would expect from a typical 8/8. However, its effect is very interesting. If this minion attacks another minion and kills it, it can attack again. Meaning that if this minion is on the board and goes unanswered, your opponent has multiple targets or even just one target that's weaker than it, it can trade into that minion and immediately get to attack a second target, which could be the face or could be clearing your opponent's board until they run out of stuff. And oh my gosh, Beastchild Wrath just became useful. Beastchild Wrath means this can clear the opponent's entire board without taking damage. Wow. Okay, so what my initial plan was use it with Tundra Rhino. Tundra Rhino survives on the board a turn, the 2/5 that gives all beasts charge. So Giant Sandworm hits the field following that up on the next turn. Immediately charges. Your opponent has no response to it because it's impossible to respond on your opponent's turn, generally. And Giant Sandworm clears your opponent's entire field, which is pretty good. But now you can do it with Beastchild Wrath as well, or if you use Emperor Thorazan, I guess you could even use the Stable Keeper for the same effect, making your beast immune. But immunity on this guy, oh man, that is insane. So Beastchild Wrath, Tundra Rhino, Giant Sandworm just means your opponent's field dies and they take 8 damage to the face. And the Giant Sandworm doesn't take a point of damage. That is insane. That is actually quite insane. That may be one of the staples in my new Control Hunter deck. I love this card. I love this card already. It's kind of like Grim Patron in a way, when Grim Patron had charge, but in some circumstances better because it can trade into bigger things. So yeah, we'll keep an eye out for this card. Love the idea of making immune actually a pretty good effect here. Beastchild Wrath. Who thought that card would have a use? Anyway, next card. Like I said, next card. The Eater of Secrets. It's a 2/4 for 4 mana. Battle cry, destroy all enemy secrets and gain +1/+1 for each, meaning if you destroy one secret, this guy would become a 3/5. If you destroy 2, it would become a 4/6. And I imagine this is meant to replace the Kezan Mystic, which I think was a Goblins versus Gnomes card. Yeah, pretty sure that fits Cataclysm. So Kezan Mystic's going to be gone, which stole a secret and was a 4/3 for 4 mana, and Eater of Secrets destroys all enemy secrets. In most cases, though, you got to know, most people only have one secret in play at a single time. The exception might be like a Freeze Mage or a Reno duplicate Effigy Mage. That's another possibility. But in 90% of circumstances, Eater of Secrets just is not going to land on more than one secret. Oh, okay. Here's a really good exception, and the best exception would be Mysterious Challenger Paladin. This thing would wreck a Mysterious Challenger's Paladin. But against almost everything else, you're going to get one secret at most, and most classes don't even play secrets. So it's really good against Mysterious Challenger Paladin and really mediocre to worthless against everything else. So unless your meta is 50% composed of Secrets Challenger Paladin, no, just no. You're not going to play this at all. Kezan Mystic wasn't recommended in most decks in most cases. Uh, I've seen the pros play it a couple times when they kind of expect going up against mages and a bunch of paladins and that kind of thing. But overall, 2/4 just doesn't justify it. Even as a potential 3/5, it's okay, but not really super strong. If it destroys 2 secrets and becomes a 4/6, yeah, that's really good. But that's going to happen 1 in 100 cases, so this card is not worth playing. Kind of sad. And I am keeping in mind, and we should all keep in mind, that this is with we're trying to gauge the cards without the GVG cards, because GVG cards, many of them piloted Shredder, Dr. Boom, uh, Echo of Medivh, kinda. A lot of cards in GVG were super strong, so keeping in mind maybe they're trying to lower the power curve a little bit and focus more on building a deck that works well together rather than just having single really strong cards that you just put in everything, aka Dr. Boom. But in any case, I do think this is just way too weak and won't make it into any deck, honestly. You might see someone playing it 1 in 1,000 games, but it's probably not going to get much value for them. So, I've been Dark Skeleton. Keep an eye on my channel. I'll be reviewing the more cards as they come out, which they seem to be on a daily basis now. And until my next video, I'll see you then.